One of the worst things that can happen during a solve is making a mistake. I'm sure it's happened to all of you many times, and I've done it many times as well. While the best thing to do is avoid making mistakes altogether, that's basically impossible. No matter how hard you try, you'll always make mistakes once in a while, so you need to know how to fix them effectively and efficiently, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. Let's get started. One last thing before we get started. I'm going to have all the timestamps and links to resources and stuff in the description for those of you that want to sort of flip around through the video or check something out in more depth. With that aside, here we go. So the first mistake I'm going to talk about is when you have two cross edges that are across from each other swapped. Here that's happening with white and blue and white and green. You can see they're swapped. And there's one main way of fixing this that can be applied in one of two different ways. First of all, if something like this appears during your F2L, then you can do M2, U2, M2 to fix that and connect the pair and then insert it. Or you can wait until you get to PLL and then just do M2, U2, M2 in whichever way will influence your PLL the best, and then finish off with your PLL. Okay, the next case is for if you have the same thing but with adjacent cross edges. Again, there are two ways of solving it. The first way is if there are no pairs or anything that will get in the way, you can just do R, D, R prime, D prime, R, and it will fix the two in the front and right. Or if there are a bunch of F2L pairs in the way, really all you can do is take out one edge with M slices, insert it, and then do the same thing. If you accidentally start your F2L while your cross is still off by a D or a D prime, there are ways of fixing it. I'd say if you have one pair or no pairs already solved, what you should do is take out the pair, adjust your cross, and then resolve the pair. But if you have more pairs than that solved, this is really a worst case scenario, because really all you can do is take out each of the cross edges with M slices and insert each one. And if your cross is off by a D2, the same thing applies. If you have one pair or no pairs already solved, just take out the pair if you need to, adjust, and reinsert the pair. But if you have more than that, then just keep solving like normal. And then once you're at the end, do X2 and then finish off with an H perm. Now what if you accidentally insert an F2L pair with a flipped edge? Well, I actually have an entire video on what to do in this kind of situation, and that's linked up in the card in the top right corner. So click on that if you want to see that, because I'm not going to go over it again here. And if you insert an F2L pair with a twisted corner, what you can do is a keyhole sort of thing where you do a D move, fix the corner, and undo your D move to solve the pair. But if you can't do that, all you can really do is take out the pair and solve it like normal. Now let's say I was getting fancy with my look ahead here, and I saw this corner and the orange block lining here, and I assumed this was a pair. And I solved it like this, but I didn't realize that's actually a U layer edge and not the F2L edge. Well, there are a few things I can do. Since the edge is right here, and I have a bunch of open slots, I can do keyhole, where I move over the corner, insert the edge, and move back the corner. But if I can't do that because all of my other slots are full, I can do a trick where I basically pretend that I did F2L like normal and then do my OLL, and then do a special insert here to basically skip OLL even though I did OLL. And when you have the case where it's going in front on the right here, it's R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. And if you have that case going into the back, what you can do is R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. There's actually an entire alg subset called BLE, which stands for Brooks Last Edge, which is where you insert the last edge while skipping OLL. And I'll leave a link to that in the description. I personally only know a few cases, but it might be something you want to check out. Now let's say you did a similar thing, except instead of inserting the pair with a U-layer edge, you inserted it with the edge from an adjacent pair. In this case, this edge should be here. Well, if you inserted it oriented, which you probably would if this is a mistake that you would make, then there is another cool trick you can do. You can take the corner from the other pair and the edge that you should have inserted with the first pair, and you can solve them as a pair. And then when you're inserting it, you can cancel into R2, U2, R2, U2, R2. And for those of you that don't know, doing R2, U2, R2, U2, R2 will swap this edge and this edge. And if you ever come across a case like this just in your regular F2L, even if it wasn't a mistake you made, this is generally what you should do in that case. Now let's say you insert an F2L pair, except with the corner from the U layer. There are still a few things you can do. Again, you can do keyhole. In this case, the corner that belongs here is up here, so I can do D prime, insert the corner, and do D. But let's say you can't do that because all of your other pairs are solved. There's still some cool things you can do. Like with the similar case with the edge from the U layer, you can pretend that you solved F2L correctly and do your OLL, which might look a little weird because this corner could be twisted in any direction, but you should be able to figure it out. And then there are one of 3 different cases depending on the orientation of this corner, and you can use any one of them to skip OLL. In this case, where you would have the white facing on the side, you can bring it over here and do R prime, D prime, RU, R prime, DR. If the white corner is on top, what you can do is move it over the edge and do a triple sledgehammer in order to skip OLL. And if you have white facing towards you, what you can do is rotate and you can do R prime D, R U prime R prime, D prime R, and that also skips OLL. Now what if you accidentally inserted an F2L pair with the corner from an adjacent slot? Once again, you can do some keyhole stuff. In this case, move over the corner, insert the correct corner into the spot, and then undo the D move. But if that's not practical, you could just continue on with F2L as normal and deal with it later. And the last case I'm going to go over is if you insert an F2L pair into the wrong slot. In this case, what you should do is just keep on going on with F2L like normal, and then when you get to the pair that goes in this slot, when you insert it, it will take out the pair you inserted in the wrong slot and set it up for inserting in the correct slot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there are any F2L mistakes that I missed, you can tell me in the comments and I can include them in a future part 2 if that's something you guys want. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really want to help me out, you can bookmark the SpeedCubeShop link in the description. Ordering from that link helps me earn commission, which helps me make more awesome stuff like this. That's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.